Today, you are going to learn the exact practice to detect this micro push and how to interrupt it so that reality bows to your order rather than your effort. Stay with me in this video. The biggest lie you've been told about manifestation is that you need more intensity. If emotional force actually delivered, those gripped by anxiety would be millionaires. The quantum field doesn't hear the volume of your longing. It attunes to the stability of your transmission. The greatest deception in manifestation circles is believing you must heighten the feeling to make it real. Pile on more emotion, craft sharper visions, dive deeper into obsession, ramp up the intensity. Yet, if sheer emotional force delivered, those gripped by constant anxiety, the most potent human emotion, would drown in abundance. They don't. Anxiety rarely yields the wanted result. It breeds the opposite. What no one reveals, the quantum field bypasses the volume of your longing. It attunes to the steadiness of your transmission. Intensity breeds fluctuation, wild ups and downs. Stability forges coherence, and quantum collapse mechanics hinge on coherence. In quantum physics, a probability wave solidifies upon coherent interaction, not chaotic emotional bursts, but structured, ordered information. Coherence embodies order. Unregulated emotional load? That's turbulence masquerading as strength. Folks mistake storm for superpower. They weep through visualizations, plead in affirmations, magnify desire's pull, and label it alignment. Truth? They're broadcasting attachment. Attachment rattles the nervous system. A rattled nervous system broadcasts erratic pulses. Erratic pulses stall collapse. Hence, manifestation crawls precisely when effort peaks. The field hasn't ghosted you. It's mirroring your inner chaos. Enter heart-brain coherence. Studies reveal high emotional regulation orders heart rhythms, syncing them with brain waves. Perception heightens, intuition amplifies, stress plummets. Predictability reigns. Predictability is stability. Stability births signal purity. Pure signals hasten collapse. Calm orders your system. Order coheres your emission. Coherent emission gifts the quantum field pristine patterns to echo. Emotional frenzy? Oscillate between hope, doubt, thrill, terror, signal shreds. Shredded signals spawn shredded realities. That's the almost syndrome. Nearly there, then poof, near manifestation, near success. Almost echoes your vibe. Field traces vibes, not vows. Unsettling fact, effort veils fear. Effort whispers, harder push, perhaps success. Stability declares, structurally set. Effort clenches, stability eases. Effort accelerates mind spin. Stability decelerates body, the true broadcaster. Collapse craves informational steadiness, not blasts. Steadiness stems from nervous regulation, not theatrics. Thus, top manifestors radiate eerie calm, outcome neutral. Not uncaring, their systems hold steady. Steady calm? Humanity's mightiest creative mode, interfering nil, collapsing pristine. Diving deeper into field's stability bias. Surgeons train, heart slow, pre-slice. Athletes breath deep for pivotal plays. Elites rehearse triumph in quiet, not chaos. Precision mandates regulation, manifestation. Precision artistry, not blast. Unsteady nerves trap brain in beta frenzy. Analytical probe, threat scan, survival grind. Vital for peril, lousy for birthing new realities. Beta fragments focus, doubt seeps, bodyguards. That state broadcasts unsafe, unsure, unsettled. Field decodes coherence webs, not scripts. Coherence blooms as waves ease to alpha theta. Prefrontal hushes, emotions anchor, heart evens, survival bows, regulation rules. Deepen it, sync surges. Thoughts emotion sync, emotion physiology, physiology signal. Signal purifies, pure collapse is swift. Crowds amp emotion deeming it potency. Charge sans coherence, static. Blast radio louder sans frequency fix. Volume clarity. Calm crafts clarity. Clarity spurs reply. Revolutionary. Skip desire amp. Normalize. Normalcy halts extraordinary flags. No flags, no resist. No resist. Probability funnels. Funnel collapses keen. Stability's boring. Drama free. Urgency absent. Spikeless. Yet breakthroughs brew quiet as regulated assurance. Assurance, steady self. Steady self pulses constant. Constant crafts fate. Collapse like this. Probability wave lingers till observer coherently pins outcome. Fluctuate, multi-vibe tangle, wave sprawls. Calm, lone focus, lone pins faster. Pivot, ditch, feel deeper for steadier how. Steadiness weaves emotion, not smothers. Thrill sans derail, crave sans clutch, envision sans proof hunt. Feel digs that poise, internal order incarnate. Order creates. Paradigm quake. Manifestation self-sorts you, not cosmos convince. Cut interference, not amp push. Breath slow, emotion surge. Coherence train. Doubt watch sans recoil. Signal steady. Future picture plus. Body loose. Probability pin. Precise, not slack. Effort bullies reality. Stability reshapes. Nerve learns desire safety. Mixed messages cease. Field hears pure. Collapse innate. Post-shift epiphany. Never intensity. Always order. Calm. Power frame. Force-free reshape. Charge coherence gap. Subtle, seismic. Charge pulses. Heart thump. Thought blitz. Alert surge. Active illusion. Nakta productive. Activation mobilizes survival. Urgency desire mix flags incomplete. Pursuit kicks, hunt mode good for prey, not dice flight, shaky for elevated realms. Spawns, hoped out whirl. Coming. If not, whirl, anti-cohere. Coherence understated. Thought, emotion, body unison. Frictionless, no peaks, debates, clenches, just even. Neuroview, region sync. Prefrontal emotional chat fluid, heart steady, hormones balance. Agreement internal. Creation throne. Inner split mirrors shard. Unity consolidates. Intense vis. Euphoria blip. Baseline revert. Reality baselines, not spikes. Elevate base for lasting. Vis receipt plus subtle brace. Brace trumps image. Heavy disbelief cue. Field heeds embodied. Body, mind quantumly. Observer effect, state shapes. Tense observer tenses outcome, steady orders. Order sorts prob, tension splinters. Relief, no more excite pressure. Cut contradiction. Nerve train, regulate plus new self-hold. Identity, saucy emotion, anchored. Body abundance familiar, distant fades. Love familiar, extra dims. Familiar tafyun, resist nil. Resist stalls. Unfamiliar collapse. Body flags foreign. Caution contracts, scarcity loops, stability melts alien, natural inner pass down, reflection auto, mirror no force, be it shows, mature manifest, drama free discipline, daily calm respond, intense react, desire sans grip, success sans pulse race, quiet shift, outcomes glide force free, no need broadcast, stability persuades. As promised, we now address the untalked phase, halt reality tug and self-regulate. Subtle outer, seismic inner. Does force work? Probability push creates friction and resistance broadens. The field reads force as unstable. It is the battle of must versus natural stability. Natural pins faster. The mechanics are simple. Stabilize the configuration before it collapses. Define your reality via coherence regulation. Force is sympathetic dominance, cortisol, muscle tension, and tight breath. It feels like a hard, unsure push. Desire plus stress equals a strain tag. Love plus tension equals a threat, and threat always delays. Quit the force. Deep breath, shoulders drop, mind slows, and the heart stays even. Pursuit is replaced by permission. Permission is often underplayed, yet it allows without the must or need. When the noise goes down, the signal goes up, and the collapse happens quickly. In practice, spot the micro-push. Watch for the result peak tighten, the delay sigh, or the time debate. Stabilize instead of reacting. Settle instead of pushing. Normalize instead of amplifying. Normalizing trains the familiar, and the familiar has no defense. Defense is the root of delay. The paradox is this: a calmer outcome requires a tighter alignment. Calm equals congruence, with no hope-fear split. A split oscillates and prolongs superposition. Congruence pins the result. Do you detach or obsess? Care stays, but interference quits. This is a clean reorganization. Calm discipline involves catching the intensity and choosing to be steady. Urgency is a productive illusion. Mastery means regulation is power. Internalize stability over effort. The chase quits and coherence builds. When fluctuation quits, alignment becomes automatic. Outcomes fade, and the waiting you finally shines. The effort. You believes intensity equals commitment, urgency equals importance, and drama equals matter. But the steady you knows that turbulence does not equal power. Deeper still, identity over desire collapses the wave. Desire wobbles, identity anchors. Shift from the trier to the natural receiver. Your baseline morphs and the broadcast sets. As Dispenza says, personality births reality through a daily emotional print. A stress print is the root of effort. A calm expectancy is the alignment shift. The field mirrors patterns that have been stabilized. Acceleration happens when the outcome quits. Nerve coherence trains you to be circumstance-proof. Delay less, react less, and remain untriggered by uncertainty. Silence is neutral, and neutral power is inevitable. Transform by imagining the future without monitoring it. Monitoring equals attention scan, which signals incomplete. No scan equals stable order. The field bows to order. Active regulation means catching the intensity creep and choosing calm. Practice breathing through the urgency hit. Allow the desire without the amplification. Trust coherence over force. The subtle is profound. Quit the emotional progress. Stop looking for sign proof and require no reassurance. Stable inner equals structural outer. The chase quits and preparation refines identity. Refine means to regulate more. An expanded identity is safe. No tense thinking about success, no tight abundance, and no bracing for love. It allows. Allowance is advanced. Desire plus calm equals a close collapse. Contradict nothing, hesitate for no one, and reorganize simply. The result is remarkable. Opportunity without struggle, synchronized conversations, smooth timing, and a fluid process. Coherence forms. Internalize this. It is never about intensity. It is about inner architecture. Build the nerves to hold the expansion without shaking. When architecture is up, the collapse follows structure rather than luck. The shift. Are you trying hard or staying steady? Steady, magnetic, and persuasive pins work better than force. The illusion that intensity is power eventually shatters. It is the choice between dramatic exhaustion or inevitable stability. Quiet levels are elite. A calm, big vision tells the nerve field, it is safe, it is mine, there is no emergency. Emergency blocks, safety invites. Coherent signals reorganize reality. While others oscillate wide, the stable convex stays narrow. Do not command, be the mirror condition. Effort dissolves when the emotional amp quits. Work the real state, consistent regulation. Consistent, persuasive, magnetic pins outperform intensity. Hold the expansion without tightening. Composure is power. Identity organizes reality. Force is fragile to maintain. Allowance is a crystal structure rooted in sustainability. Stable minds convince less because their signal is cleaner and reality is faster. Demand nothing. Quit the interference. The field respects order. Inner order is outer order. Noise down, clarity up. This is not passive. It is disciplined nerve mastery. Swap intensity for calm and never look back.